Hello you guys, welcome to my channel, and today we're gonna do an installation of this Android radio into the 2015 Rav4. Now before you do anything, make sure you get your favorite drink because you need energy to do this. Okay, let's open this up and see what we got inside. Okay. So you got your manual, your instruction manual, paper form, and then now you got your main unit right here. So you got your main unit. You got some pick tool, if a Phillip head, and you got a lot of cable, more cable with the rear backup cam, and you got more cable. This for the audios, if you have a subwoofer system, and a couple more USB cable, and this one is for the backup camera, which is Rav4 is already have a built-in backup camera. And this is couple of let me see, this is probably some bracket. So that's it. Now let's see, let me tell you about a little bit about the spec of this thing. Okay, so we don't get our so here, right here, you get the head unit, which is look pretty cool. So let me tell you a little spec about this. Okay, beautiful head unit. This is a 10-inch IPS screen. Some of the model you can remove this. Some of the model they have a little knob right here, and some don't. So for my Rav4, it does not have the knob right here, so this have the cover on it. When you buy on, I've got this from Amazon, so if you buy on Amazon, sometime they don't have this cover. Okay, so make sure that you know what you're getting. And I got this model, is a little more expensive than the other, which is the reason is more expensive because you got all the correct wiring, and this one have a campus on here too, as you can see. So the wiring is better, the screen is better. That's the reason why it's a little bit more expensive than the other. So if you bought the other, you might missing a lot of stuff. Like this one is come with the USB adapter, so you can plug straight into your car OEM adapter. Some cheap unit, they did not include that. Also, the reason why this one is better, because as you can see in the back, they have the fan. This is very important. Okay, if you bought this kind of unit, you need the fan, because the fan keep the unit cool. Without the fan, it's gonna be overheating, and then you're gonna have a lot of freeze, a lot of lagging, and the life expectancy for this unit is going to be shorter because it's keep overheating, so it's not good. So that's the reason why this unit right here is a little bit more expensive than the other, and that's the reason why. So you got a 10-inch. This come with 2 gig of RAM and then 64 gig of storage, and it come with Android 13. So basically you got wireless auto, wireless Apple Play, and wireless Android Auto. So that's why great about it. So some of the wiring, we're not going to use all of them, because just going to use some of them, because some of them just extra in case you have like extra sound system that you want to install it in. So not, and then the camera, since since the Rav4s already have a backup camera, I probably do not need this. But overall, this is what it looked like. So we might have to, let's go over into our car. Let me set up the camera in there, and then I will, why don't we just do it right now? So let me show you how to open the removal of the old head unit. So I got this. This is a also Android, but this is like 8 or 9 years ago. They come with the 7-inch screen. 8 or 9 years ago, and it's still working fine. So trust me, this the Android unit is very very reliable. Okay, so don't get all the information wrong about, oh, Android unit doesn't last that long. They do, okay, but you got to understand is don't put a lot of, you know, expectation that it's going to be perfect, because it's not. Just like any Android phone, sometimes you have to restart it or reboot the system every, I don't know, if you have problem like lagging and stuff like that, sometimes you have to just reboot it one time. Just like any Android phone, sometimes you have to reboot it. So basically removing this is easy. They give you the prying tool already. So all you need to do is this piece, you need to take this piece out. I already did a little removal already, so it's make easier for the video. All you need to just pop it out. Removal tool, pop it out. Basically you see on the back, so it's all clipped. It's all clipped. Basically just use the removal tool and just yank it out. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is removing this piece right here. This piece is the same thing. You just pull it out and then use the removal tool on the back. So you just pry it out both way, and it should come out. Should come out like that. As you can see, more clip. So same thing with this side. Clip. See, all clip. Okay. Now you need to remove this piece right here. So this piece right here is easy because there's a clip going in here. So all you need to do, let your finger in the back here and push it out. See, push it out. Cup out one side. And same thing with here. You use your finger in the back and you push it. See, should come out. And you can lay it to one side so it don't get in the way. So next thing you want to do here, removing this unit, right? The head unit. So there's a bolt here, there's a bolt here, and down here, and same thing with the other side right there. So you remove all that and you pull the whole unit out. So let me set up the camera so I can remove it. Okay, give me a second here. All right, that looked great. So it's a 10 millimeter, and you're able to take that out. And sorry for in the way. Very easy to loosen up. Take out the screw. Make sure you don't drop the screw. And one over here. So you got all 4, and now you just remove it, and it should be easy. Now you got a whole bunch of wire in the back. Just pull it out, and you should get all your wiring out. All right. So now you got all your wiring. Just go ahead and unplug it. Unplug all the wiring, and you should be good. Take out everything. Remove all that, and it should be good. Okay. I will unplug all this. This one. Then you got this one. This is for the backup camera. And then you got this one. And then this is the campus. And plug everything else. Plug everything. Okay, and then now you remove. Let me see what else you need. Okay. So this one is for the USB. The USB right here. So I got USB, and let me see. So another USB plug right here. USB plug adapter right here. Okay. You got that out. And then now I got, you remove your go, and I think that's it. I'll show you. So remove of everything should come out there. Like as you can see, a couple of plug. Okay, so we got everything out. This is the USB adapter I was talking about. Right, this one go down to this port right here. So I got, and this one is for the GPS, which is, I put it up here. You can put it anywhere you want, but I think that's a good location, and that's it. So now what you need to do is you need to grab this 2 right here, because we need to use this. So grab this 2, and let's go over there and put it on into the new unit. All right. Okay. So we're gonna move this over here a little bit, and then this thing right here. So you need to get this fan out. It's basically just a you got all this attachment right here. All you need to do is just pull that out, and Finally, you got it out. All right. Okay, now you got both of them out. You don't need this anymore. Now you got both of them out. Now let's take in the other unit. So we got this main unit right here. So what they give you is this thing right here. It comes with a screw. So it comes with a screw right here, as you can see. So what you need to do is, I think this one is supposed to fit in like this thing. Okay. So it's had the number right here, so you know the right side. So it's this one, and then this one the left side, right side, and then they have a label right here so you can see. So left and right. So basically, okay. So it come with the little hole right here, so you can fit it in exactly where it is. Let's go this way. So I'm not sure where it's going. So that one's like that. This one, they have a little knob right here too. So this one going down like this. We have a screwdriver. Screw that in. So let's screw this in. Okay. And so if that go on this side, then probably this going like this. So you screw that in too. Same thing with this side. So you got that in. Okay, now you're doing the same thing with this side. There it is. Look great. Now same thing with this one. All right. Now, next thing you want to do is you want to put this in. So this on the right side, so it's right here. Okay, so select this. So it should fit in the slot. Okay, should snap that in. Same thing on this side. Should be right in there. Everything should be snapped in. Okay, everything looked great. Everything snapped in. So this fourth stuff right here. So this one, you need to transfer this clip over there. So remove it. Move this thing over. Move one. Two. You got two. Okay, same thing with this. This thing over here. And you pop it out. Okay, another one. Should be here. There you go. Okay, so you got 4 of them. You just put it back in here. And then I think one more over here. Last one. Okay. So you got the last one over here. And that's it. So we done with this. The wiring. So much wire. So you know this is for the USB. As you can see, there's a little plug in there. You can plug straight into the OEM one. So this is for the USB. Okay. Got all this other wire. So this is for the backup camera. I think the backup camera, you need to plug in one of these backup camera. So I'll plug that in later. You got 2 USB cable. Since I'm not going to use it, but since I'm only going to use the front one, so I'm just going to use this. I don't need this too. Since I already have the GPS in there, so I'm not going to use this. But you need to plug this in for GPS. Also, this one, the only thing I need is this thing right here. And this one is probably the thing I needed because I need to plug in the fan. Because look like this cable right here, there's no fan cable. So you need to plug this in. Plug in all the rest. And it should be good. So let me see. So basically you need this one, which plug in right here. Okay, let me, so this one probably plug in right here, and then you got the fan which is gonna plug in here. As for the fan, and then you get the backup, this too. So this gonna go in. There's only one way to fit it in, so don't worry about it. So this one is right on the fan. There you go. You got one plug in. This is the USB, which is right here. So you got the USB. I guess this too is for the USB too. That one's for the USB, and that one is USB for the other USB that I don't use. And this big one, you're just gonna plug straight into here. And then this for the antenna. So basically that's it. So let me bring all this stuff in there. And then I'm gonna do all the plug-in and see how it works. Okay. Okay. So now we got all this in. Okay, so we got all this stuff right here, right? So this, you have to plug it in. Okay, we're gonna do all the plug-in. There's only one way to plug it in, so don't worry about it. There's no other way. Okay. So all you need to put in all this stuff right here, and you should be good. So let me plug all this in, and then we try and turn it on and see if it works first before we do anything else. So let me plug this in. So you got this thing in, and then you got this thing plug in. So this is your backup. You need that in, and then what else? And then you need this. I don't know what's this for. And then you need to plug in the fan. Okay, so we got the fan right here. We need to plug it in to this cable right here for the fan. So you got the fan plug in, everything plug in. Okay, now we plug in the main unit. Okay, the main unit. And then now you need to plug in. Okay, now we got this. Okay, and then you got the USB, which is right here. Then you plug in the USB at the bottom. Right here. Not a big deal. Okay, so you got everything intact, basically. Everything look like it's decent. Okay, so let me video you the close look. Okay, this might get a little messy here, but really it just it's only one way you do it, so you don't get confused with all the crazy wiring. So for this one, the backup camera, you need to plug into the front unit, right? So they come out and back here. So make sure there's two of them. There's two of this coax cable right here. So you need to plug in the one that actually plug in from the back. So you have to pick the one that plug in from the back. So see this one? I picked the one that actually plug in here. So the other one, this one, it does not plug in. So don't plug the backup camera to this one because it doesn't plug in. Find the one, there's two of these. So find the one with the plug in the back. Okay, so that's it. I think that's the whole thing. Let me pop it back in a little bit and so we can turn it on and test it out. Just look a little bit confusing, and then look like there's a lot of stuff, but really there's not. When you start doing it, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so basically the unit is gonna be in like this. Okay, so we just put it here like this to test it out. Like I said, look at that. It looked good already. So give me a second. I'll be right back with the key, and we can turn it on and power this thing on, so we can test the backup camera and stuff like that, and see if it'll work or not. Okay. So give me a second. Okay. Let's turn this on and see if it's working. So we got the power on. You can see starting up. All I need to do is test the backup function is working, and also the key, right? The steering wheel key, or the steering wheel button. See if we can activate that. If that all go well, it should be, the unit should be good. All the rest is just a little configuration that you need to do, and that's it. Okay, so this thing look like it's turning on. Let me see the test, see the backup camera work. Okay, that's the main thing. So we're gonna do a backup. So I'm gonna pull the right here. Let's see, it work. Backup. All right, and as you can see, the backup camera work. As you can see, look great. Backup camera work. See, and then now put back. Go. See that? Now back up again. See, the backup camera work. So That's one problem with that usually people have problem with. So the backup camera work. Okay, you guys, so you got everything's on. We test the backup camera already. Now if you want to do the car setting, if you want to do the key learning, which is since this already have a campus on here, so the key learning is already preset in here, so you don't do any setting. So but it's right here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 0, and you should be able to get in. And physical learning right here, that's where the key learning is, but it's already preset already by the canvas that we have. So if I press let's say volume up, see it work, volume down, it work. So everything is supposed to be work. You don't need to set anything here. Let's go back. So this is basically just the basics. There's a lot of more customized you can do with this, but this video basically just for the installation. So so we're gonna skip that part. Let's turn this off, and now let's put everything back in. And this video is a little bit too long, so I'll go ahead and snap everything back in. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so what I want to do is we want to snap this back in. All right, that back in. So since this screen is bigger than usual, so let me show you a little trick right here. As you can see, okay, as you can see, if you want to put this in like this thing have to go, I'm not sure you can see it, this thing have to go on top of here, okay, to get it in. This thing have to go on top of here. So let me put it in, and I show you exactly what I'm talking about. So as you can see, you have to get this bracket in the back inside of here, and then this thing on top of here. So two, this one, the bracket right here, as you can see, there's a little bracket in here. Look, let me show you. So that's the main thing, trying to get that in, okay, so you don't get that confused. So here it is. As you can see, if you pull, you need to pull it out a little bit, and then you can see that what I'm talking about right here. See? So now, as you can see the bracket? There's a little bracket right here. This have to be inside. Okay? Like that. So it's inside like that. Same thing with the other side. And then this piece right here, the top piece have to be on the outside. So to get that in. So you have to put inside and outside first, and then you snap the whole thing in. If you don't do that, it's not gonna fit. Now you can put everything in. There you go. you can snap everything in. There you go. There you go. Now it's perfect. As you can see, the bracket over here is in the back and this thing's on the top. So you gotta fit it in first before you can put in everything inside. Going back, snap back in. So that's it. I will see you guys on the next video. All right, bye.